If you didn't take the jab, you were called a hooker or an anti-vaxxer, and you were the lowest of the low. But then they gave a rung below us. And the rung below us was for those who've been injured by the vaccine. And if you get injured by the vaccine, you cease to exist. The government doesn't want to know you. Family and friends don't want to know you. Nobody wants to know you because, unfortunately, despite being the children of a brave generation, we are no longer girt by sea. We are girt by cowards. So here, your name's Tracy,
It is.
So you've been injured by the vaccine.
Yeah, look, I think to start, I think it's good to give people some context. And I'm going to have to be really vulnerable with this, so bear with me. I'm a mum. I've got 2 kids. I live here in Perth. But most importantly, I work for the West Australian Child Adolescent Health Service. And I have committed the last 25 years of my life on the front line of youth mental health here in the state. Anyway, we were told that we had to take the first one. And of course, I ran into it stupidly. But I got injured and I reported it to vaccine safety and I had a tremor on my left side and couldn't use that hand. So it was reported. They saw me by phone. That was my follow-up medical appointment was by phone. They said that the only reason they would see me by phone is because they'd suddenly had a spike in referrals. So I then had to get some tests done, and the guy that was doing the MRI for me said, "Oh, geez, we've been more busy than usual these days." And of course, when you're injured, you just become more sort of honed in and curious and listening to the stories of people that have been affected. My 2 children's father got locked out of the country during the pandemic. So I was very conscious as a mum that I needed to put food on the table, like we all do. And I had a house to pay off. So anyway, I went and did it, much to the amazement of myself now, because I'm normally a really strong and powerful in my body. So, to hand this over to them is something that I work daily to try and accept. Within 2 hours of having number 2, Pfizer, I'd said to the lady that did it in tears, "Please just squirt it on the floor. Nobody needs to know. Just throw us a ball." And she wouldn't. And I just think, I'll never forget that. Just to have someone begging you for a little thing like that, and she wouldn't do it. So I actually felt assaulted.
And you've got pericarditis now?
I did. I got a diagnosis of pericarditis.
And how does the symptoms manifest? What are the symptoms of that?
When it first happened, it took about 5-6 months to lift, and I went through a period of recovery, but my tremor continued. But now I have lapses and relapses, and I was in hospital 3 days ago, severe chest pain. I was sent away being told that it was just maybe lumps and bumps. That's the quote. I don't know if he's going to put that in the clinical file. But, I sort of came back to myself in that I've got kids to fight for and I love my job and all I want to do is be helping the young people of Western Australia.
And have you had any recognition from the government that you did the right thing, but it's injured you? So any recognition on that?
I fought for it. We're a few years down and I started riding my bike to work early this last year and my pericarditis came back. So I've had to give up my netball now and I can't ride my bike. And at that point, after years of being in and out of emergency departments, I went, I'm not doing this. I am not paying another bill for this.
How much have you paid out in bills to look after your medical health?
I'd lost count. So anyway, the story ends that the health department have accepted liability for my injury. I'm now on workers' comp for my injury.
So workers' comp has accepted the fact that the vaccine gave you pericarditis?
They have. I'm yet to have more neurological workup on my tremor. The issue is I'm 1 year into my compensation and they now want to close it off.
So they want to close it off, but you're going to probably have this problem the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. So
they're washing their hands of you and your kids.
they are, but when I'm not going anywhere, my legal team, JDK Legal, have been amazing. And we meet with the Commission this Thursday to talk about it. But I will be arguing that my medical bills continue till the day I retire.
I wish you the best, and I think this is a step for you. Well done.
Thank you for your honesty and your vulnerability today, Tracy. It's not easy to get up to the microphone and share your personal story. And we are just, as that sign says, if you're jab injured, we want to hear your story because we know that people like Tracy, her story. Tracy, has your story been taken up by any mainstream media outlet? No, of course not. Of course they haven't. All right, because that would embarrass them. So they don't like to talk about these sort of things. So thank you again.